Hi, hello. My name is Katarzyna. I'm based in Poznań, Poland, and welcome back to my knitting channel. I saw a huge number of new subscribers to this channel, so thank you very much for being here. And I hope I will deliver the content that you are here to see, to watch, and to listen to. This is my first podcast episode. I don't know how much we'll cover. I finished one object recently, and I have a few active whips and many projects that are already in this hibernation stage, but we'll not mention that. I might do a little video about hibernating projects, which will be quite embarrassing, but maybe it will just help me, just to see what I have and if I can frog something or just take my time to finish them. But anyway, we'll mention a few things, I hope. So let's get started, I guess. So my first and my only finished object this episode, it will be my road sweater by Ozetta. This is this huge, wonderful, soft sweater with high it's not turtleneck actually, because you can't fold it, but it's this high neck with drop shoulder construction, and actually on the shoulder there's this gorgeous detail that you need before, I think it was before German short rows. So that's it. So to cover the basic information about this project, it's designed by Hailey Smedley, also known as Ozetta. It's in this gorgeous red, carmine red color yarn from Lamana yarns, which was kindly gifted for a test knit, so I didn't pay for the yarn. It was gifted by the yarn brand, but I must say that this is the best merino wool yarn that I worked with so far. It was really nice to knit this, but after blocking it got even softer and it's not peeling yet. And you know, sometimes there are merino wools that peel very quickly, and sometimes you just work your project and it already starts peeling, but that's not the case at all. It's really oversized on me because I got accepted to knit size large L, which is the fourth size in the size range, and I think it's for 100 centimeter bust circumference, and I am 85 centimeters bust circumference, so it's heavily oversized on me, but it's perfect because I really wanted to have this sweater that will like swallow me and keep me cozy. Fortunately, our autumn this year is really hot and quite sunny. As you can see, it's even sun in my little apartment, so the weather is really great this year, and I just finished it last week because, well, the deadlines. and I didn't have a chance to wear it outside yet, but I think I will wear it every day during December and Christmas time. That's my plan at least. I also wanted to knit it in red because if you watched my fall knitting plans, I wanted to knit red sweater number 9 light version by my favorite things knitwear in this red color for Red Call by Knitting Archives. But when I wanted to cast on the sweater number 9 light version, I got accepted into a test knit, so I decided to just change the patterns because I just wanted high neck sweater in red. So root sweater definitely get that point right. I will probably try to insert a b-roll or something to show you how it actually looks on me. You can also check my Instagram. All the links will be added in the description box down below, so go check that out. I really adore this yarn. I'm not quite sure if I mentioned that, but it's Grande, and it was knitted on 5mm needles, and it's gorgeous, seriously. I was actually really upset when I was about to cast off the sweater, but maybe I will have a chance to knit with this yarn once or twice. I don't know, maybe, I'm not saying no. So it was really a great experience, and Ozetta's patterns are really well written and very neat, and there was no major mistakes in that. So if you're looking for something cozy and you can get a hold of this yarn in your country, I would highly suggest trying that out, because I think that sometimes it's better to save some money and get something better instead of doing something like, you know, in cheaper yarns. But also I know that when I buy yarn, I usually go for example, for drops, because nowadays, right now, recently, it's the only thing that my budget allows me to get. So having this yarn gifted was really a huge thing for me, and I'm really grateful to Ozetta to having me in her test knitting group. So this is my only finished object this month. I was supposed to, can I share it? I will put it here. I was supposed to finish one more sweater, and it was also a test knit. It was my Nyx Sweater for Rebecca Claw. And as you can see, I am almost done. I just have to add a little bit more length to the body, because I think it is like around 51 centimeters right now, and I would rather have it a little bit longer so that it covers my lower back when I sit down. So I really wanted to be patient with this sweater, so it only needs a few centimeters more of the body and then the ribbing part, and it will be ready to block. I already steam blocked it once because I really wanted to check if the stitches relaxes on the colorwork part. So yeah, so from the basic informations, it's size 2 in Rebecca size range. It is made for my bust circumference. I didn't go for any oversize. It's my first circular yoke sweater, so that was a challenge with this. Also the color work, because I only did one color work sweater before, which was my porcelain sweater, and this was a completely different challenge, because not only was it a color work, it was also in the circle. So I actually had this match once done, and I fragged it to this part, and I actually had to go a needle size up, because I'm a tight knitter, so knitting on 4.5 was too little. And I did the color work on 5 millimeters, and I'm knitting the body on 4 millimeters, so that's why it might be taking me a little bit longer. I'm knitting this in drops Lima in color black, obviously, and this whitish color is actually chalk. I will write it somewhere or in the description down below if you want to check it. And I really like this this shade. I would really like to actually knit a sweater with it. Just me and my little love to some yarns for drops, because I don't think that everything is worth the price, but there are some yarns that I definitely like. So that's the deal. I don't know. It might look nice. Who knows? I made sure that the sleeves were good for my arms as well, because I tend to get impatient and need to short sleeves, but they are fine. And I hope that once I actually wet black this sweater, it will be all right. So, and that's my closest to be finished project. So anyway, that's it. That's the Nyx Sweater by Rebecca Clow, aka the Creaba. I actually signed up for another test knit for her, but I think she's supposed to give the info who's accepted tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay, my next work in progress, it's actually my socks. I casted on Melitta Socks by Paula Strick at the very beginning of the month, and I'm aware that it's ending, and I'm halfway through the increases for the heel part. But unfortunately, when I was knitting on 5mm needles, then switching to 4mm needles, then changing to 2.5mm needles, I struggled with hand pain, and I actually, like, my fingers were like cramped a lot, so I couldn't really knit for a few days, and I've decided to just put those socks on hold, because I'm a little bit scared that I will still get those cramps when I knit with small size needles. I hope that will not be the case and that the pain is gone forever, but there was certainly a point this month when I knitted too much, which sucks a lot, but okay, which sucks a lot. But okay, this yarn is actually a yarn that I hand dyed myself. We had a nice evening with Kasia from Katabaty studio, and she showed me how to hand dye yarn. She's a hand dyer here from my city, and she was kind to gift me this this yarn. And actually this color is available for sale on her site, and I think we call it Plum. and it's really great. I think that this dark purple shade will be really popular in January. I don't know why. Like, I see people going back into electric blue. Some people go for hunter green, and there are people who decided to knit with purple. I'm in my red era, so yeah. Okay, so that's, and these socks are knitted in twisted rib, and I actually prefer twisted rib than the regular knit rib. So those are the dreams, and maybe I will try to make a progress and at least finish one sock this October. I had a really huge plan to knit like 3 pairs of socks, but with deadlines and everything and the pain in my hands, it was really difficult to go for socks this month, which really early socks. So that's one project in progress. I also casted on finally a hat for winter, but again, it's too hot right now to really be focused on that. It's not much because I only took I think an hour or so to cast this on and knit like how many rows? 4 rows, so nothing huge. Like, I have to have 11 centimeters of it, so you know, that's nothing. But this yarn, it's actually, I bought it last year during our yarn fest, which is a woolly event in Wrocław in Poland. So I bought 3 skeins of Gynt in this beautiful color, and so that's my second red knit this month. And the project, because that's the most important part, right? The project, it is a weekend hat by Hiromi Nagasawa, not the petite one, and it's this beautiful cable hat, and I had it in my queue for quite a while, and I had the yarn, so I only needed to get the pattern and I cast this on, and I really love burgundy. If I were on the island and I could only take 2 yarns with me, that would be burgundy and drops flora. That's it. That's my choice. So this will be a hat soon, I hope. I wanted to actually get myself a burgundy coat for winter, and I was like, no, with all this red right now, we'll not go for burgundy coat. But yeah, that's definitely something I would really like to have ready in November. So that's my another work in progress. What else can I tell you about? I also at the beginning of this month, I released a free pattern for Bandana, and it's a simple triangle shaped bandana that you can knit on any needle size that you want, with any gauge, with any yarn combination. You can make it in stockinette, in gartered stitch, you can add intarsia, I-cords, just go crazy about that. The pattern is free, so like, why not try? But I want to try to knit a large bandana with this what was it called, Lana Gatto VIP, which is actually 20% of cashmere and 80% of merino wool, and it's really soft. And actually this will be for someone else, but it gives me just a chance to try out this yarn. I already casted it on Yeah, because you cast on small amount of stitches and you just decrease on each side, and on each side and on each uh, how do you call that point, on each edge. Anyway, yeah, it's really simple. The only trick that you have to keep in mind is to be very loose about the edge stitches, because once you because you slip the first stitch, so the slip stitch must be twice its size, your regular stitch size, and that's because on the next row you will need a new stitch out of this slip stitch. So to understand the anatomy of the loop, you really have to do it loosely, because there were a few people who had trouble with it rolling up, and my first two samples rolls up as well, because I'm a tight knitter and I understand the frustration. But when I knit my second sample, I did it better, more loosely, and it looked better. It just makes more sense. But yeah, this is a great pattern, I believe, and this will be the third sample that I will try to knit. But as I said, it will be for someone else, so yeah, that's just testing for me, but someone else will enjoy this bandana. But I will do my best to actually record something, how it looks when it's done, so that I will be able to share with you. So what else I've been working on? Yesterday I casted on something for my second design, which will be a pair of gloves, but there will have like two options for the cuff part, the not only lengthwise, but I also thought about something that driving gloves have, so I think that will be nice to try. But the thing is that I've never seen any gloves have that kind of detail, so I'm afraid it will not be like people won't use it, but there will be an option to do that. And also there will be two kinds of shaping, because I want to make traditional gloves and tabi gloves, so so yeah, we will work on that. This design is developed together with Lamana yarns, because before I got accepted to highly test knit, I actually started talking to the design, I think it's called design team in Lamana yarn brand, and they said yes to this project. So they sent me a few balls of yarn for this to develop this idea. They sent me Lamana Milano, which is actually it's 180 meters in 25 grams of merino and cashmere. Oh, here it is. It's 90% of merino wool and 10% of cashmere. And for my design, I'm holding this yarn double to make sure that it's really like it's not too loose and airy, because they're gloves. So yeah, and I've received those two colors. Those were my choice, and I will make one pair of one modification set and another pair of another modification set, just to make sure it works for my size. I think I will have two sizes for those gloves, maybe three if I I don't know if they will be, I mean, they are gloves. Most patterns for gloves have one size only, so I figured it's not like, I don't know, our hands, or I don't know how to actually approach this topic, but we'll see about the size range. I definitely don't want to exclude anything here, but yeah, that's the main issue right now. I've received, I think, 8 balls of yarn, so there is a lot to work with, and I'm really thankful for Lamana to accept this project. I would really love to set this one for test knitting soon, so look out for any test call here or on Instagram. I think that will be the easiest way for me to announce a test call. I made a swatch out of BC Garn Semilla Melange, I think. Was it Semilla? I think it is not Semilla, it's actually Bio Shetland. Yep, the Shetland one. In this anthracite, held together with a strand of extra fine merino, which is this one, and a thread of kid silk by Drops. And I need a swatch on 6mm needles, because I am actually thinking about casting on sweater number 14 v-neck version, because I made quite a few high neck sweaters recently and I'm craving some v-neck, and those were in this zone of dreams and like further on the list plans. But actually I made red sweater. I'm working on the weekend hat. I almost finished my Nyx sweater, and the socks are in motion as well, so I thought, why not something new? I actually don't know, like, this fabric, it annoys me with one thing. You can really see the white silk thread of kid silk by Drops right here. Will it actually zoom? No, it won't zoom. And I'm not quite sure if I want this to be so visible, and I made a few rows without the kid silk, and actually it needs those threads of fluff. So I'm really confused about this part, because I would really like to cast on this project and have a v-neck version, but that's not the case right now. So maybe I should just go with it, because I have a lot of the BC garn. I think I have 4 hanks of this Shetland and like 8 or 10 balls of kid silk, because I wanted to once knit a Lana sweater in this combination, but I didn't like the kid silk in brioche, because it was like, it didn't show the pattern, it was just like mixing everything together and it didn't look good. And then I went for another yarn, which was also a bad choice, and Lana sweater is just, it's my longest hibernating whip right now. So yeah, okay. But anyway, I'm thinking about casting on sweater number 14 because my stash allows me for this sweater. And I also received a little yarn sample of the latest Drop Fiesta yarn, and that's the swatch I made. That's all the yarn I've got, and I went for it. It's on 4mm needles. It's super colorful, and It's this color 14, I believe. So like the confetti yarn, I don't know. And at first I thought that it was too artificial in touch. Like you can really feel the polyamide in this yarn because it's a sock yarn. So it has polyamide. But to be honest, I think with wear it would actually get softer. So maybe I will order a ball or two of this yarn just to make DK socks, because this yarn is for 4mm needles. So yeah. So that's the swatch section, and that's all actually. Surprisingly, we didn't get caught with my memory on my phone, so that's nice. And yeah. If I didn't mention anything or rushed too much through this episode, feel free to leave a comment, ask me anything, message me on Instagram or on TikTok. You can find me also on Ko.fi if you would like to support me. And I will be back next month with another podcast episode, because I think I want to make it monthly or every other month, just to have something finished. I knit a lot and I have many whips, but reaching the finish line is sometimes a struggle, and sometimes, you know, casting on something new is just a bigger dopamine hit. So yeah. So thank you for watching this episode. If you have any ideas or any questions, maybe I could make a knit and chat video or anything like that, just message me and I will save these questions, and maybe just give me a follow, and once I put box on my highlights to post a question, then it will be your time to do that. But yeah, I'm very thankful for every single one of you. The only thing I didn't mention in this video is what I'm wearing, and this is my Vilma top, which is this vest with a little lace motif. Vilma top is designed by Gregoria Fibers, and I test knitted this pattern for her. I used, if I remember correctly, I used Lana Peruvian Highland wool on 4.5mm needles, but don't quote me on that. Everyone remember to make a swatch, and it's really great. I just have to resew the last button before it falls off and I lose it. But yeah, it's perfect for the weather like today, when it's really hot, but you still want to wear something woolly. So that's what I'm wearing today for this very first podcast episode.